What it do, my love? This your girl, 5-Star Key. And this is 5-Star Readings, LLC. First, God grant me the serenity. First, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And always remember, a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. Lord, thank you for waking me up, give me the wisdom for today's situation. Show me where I need to go and what I need to do, and to help me trust you with everything that comes my way. Help me to walk by your word. Keep my heart pure and focus on your goodness, not my wants. I commit this day to you, knowing you have me in the palm of your hands. Amen. Father, I come to you for protection for my family and me, and my finances and my stability. Keep us safe. Keep us safe. Give me courage to live boldly, unafraid of challenges. Remind me that with you, I can do all things, that my faith moves mountains. Help me to do all Help me to do all I do for your glory. Amen. Okay, so I was asleep and I woke up and I was like, I need to get on YouTube and make a video. And I started thinking, what it do, my love? I started thinking, I was like, when people want you to follow their path, or when people want you to follow like a certain path in life, they will make it hard for you. They will make your life hard. They will make everything around you hard and difficult, because a group of people are trying to push you to a certain, you know what I'm saying? But it's like a forceful thing. Because I kid you not, I heard a pastor one time sitting up here saying that he was running from his anointing and things like that. But the thing is, you know, when you are anointed, you're anointed for a certain thing. You get what I'm saying? Not know what they want you to do. Because sometimes if people want you to do some things that you do not want to do, or that doesn't operate or fix well with your soul, it's kind of like, then it'll be like a fight type of thing, like a tug and war type of thing, because it's like, why are you trying to convince me that I should be doing something different? Why are you trying to stagnate my finances? Why are you trying to make it so it's hard? Like, why are you trying to make my life hard for me? Just because you want me to do something that I don't want to do? You trying to put me in a relationship with somebody that I'm not even attracted to? You trying to give me a man that I don't want? You get what I'm saying? And it's like, when you start thinking about stuff like that, you be like, people are really evil, and people are really wicked in this world, because it's like some of these men that are secretly warlocks, that's why they're so hell bent on keeping certain women stuck. You get what I'm saying? That's why they so hell bent on keeping certain women and certain people stuck in the same loophole or the same cycle, because they want to make sure that it looks like, oh, well, everything that you try to do when you're doing this right here is not working out for you. And that's what they try to make it seem like. And that's not really the case. You get what I'm saying? It's all a mind thing that these people do, because they know one thing. They know some people operate like, okay, well, if things aren't working out for me here in this situation or that subject, then I'll just move to another subject or another situation. But then what if years on down the line, they do the same thing when you move to a different subject or a different, a different place or whatever? You get what I'm saying? They're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over, because you got some evil ass, wicked people in this world that desire energy and control. Because I kid you not, if you was a person that didn't have good energy, or you didn't have good discipline or self-control, then I kid you not, it would be easier for them people to trick you off. It would be easy for them to say, oh, that person's a hoe, or that person's dumb, or that person is can't get taught certain things. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, when I'm up in here talking and speaking, like, I don't project energy. And that's another thing I noticed about when speaking too. because I notice when I just be saying certain things as far as like family shit or whatever, it's kind of like the spirit be like don't say that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like it'll manifest in your world and in your life. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, but long story short, my heart is always pure. My mind is always pure when it comes down to family, friends, love, co-workers, finances, resources. Everything is always pure when it comes to my mind when I think on those things. You get what I'm saying? Even when it comes to business, that's another reason why I'm not linking up with these men to do certain business with them, because the thing is, I know I can do these things on my own. But the trick of the mind is people are trying to make it seem like it's harder for me for some reason to get things done. But it's like, if you got people that are using their hacking skills, or if you got people that are using their demonic connections to slow anything down for a person, then that's just what they're doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, at this point, it's like I'm not going to continue to work out. I'm not going to continue to give the internet good energy and the good, vibes for me. You get what I'm saying? It's like I'm done with, trying to fit in, even though this is a platform that I built on my own. This one and the one that they got removed. It's like I built all that stuff on my own. Nobody helped me do anything. I wasn't in agreements with no sister. I wasn't in alliance with no man. I wasn't in any type of connection with anyone when I decided to get up on YouTube and do my own thing. Good morning, my love. But it's just, it's literally just the principle of it. And then certain men don't understand that. Certain men don't understand what women have been through in their past life. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, why would I continue to lean on a man, or, beg for a man to support me, when in reality, these men, if a man really wanted to support a woman, he would have been supported. If a man really wanted to be honest with a woman or with anybody or any situation, they would have been honest. You get what I'm saying? They would have been, they would have been on that type of shit. But see, that's not embedded in certain men. Certain men don't operate on truth. Certain men don't run off the truth. I mean, some men don't run off of the electricity of truth. Some men don't run off the energy of truth, because the energy and the electricity of truth will shock their ass. You get what I'm saying? And that's why they don't do it. Because they're too busy. They're too busy caught up in their lies. They're too busy caught up in their deception, the scamming, the conning, the trying to steal your identification just so because they fucked up the energy in their name. I'm very supportive, man. I just need to know the woman that I'm with. I understand, but you got some men that don't even know themselves. You get what I'm saying? Some men literally do not know themselves, but yet they want to try to get to know a woman that's learning herself. You get what I'm saying? Literally every day I change. Every day I grow. Every day I learn something new that I like. Every day I learn something new that I don't like. You get what I'm saying? So every single day, if a man want to know the woman that he wants to be with, he literally just has to spend time and be honest and be real. Because literally every day a situation can change. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, some of these men do not have common sense. They be thinking, oh, well, I'm going to hold this person down. But while they holding somebody down, there's no money there. There's no resources. There's no real love. There's no real support. There's no real connections. There's no real, you get what I'm saying? Like, why you trying to hold me down in a bunch of drama and a bunch of toxic shit and a bunch of mess? There's no love. You trying to hold me down, but there's no love there. You trying to hold me down, but there's no money there. You trying to hold me down, but there's no support. There's no teachings. I haven't learned anything from anyone since I've been quote unquote down. You get what I'm saying? And in reality, my YouTube has been down since what, 28, 29 years old, 33 now. So that's how you know, like I said, people have been trying to force me to do and be something that I was not designed to be or do. Yeah, kiss my ass. But anywho, but anyway, like I said though, it's just the fact of a certain group of men, or maybe it's either a certain group of men or a woman. Just say if you can relate to somebody like trying to make your life hard after you tried to make your life better, and that be the thing. You trying to make your life better, and these people trying to make your life hard by what? Using their connections, by using people that Okay, I'm finna start talking about your mama in a minute, but hold on, let me go ahead and block you. Yeah, because I was finna start getting on his mama's head. I was finna start getting on his mama's head at 5:55 in the morning, 5:57. But like I said, I'm trying to refrain from, all that old extra shit. But anywho, but yeah, like I said, it's just a principle. A man thought that the way he'd been torturing a woman for so long, or stagnating a woman for so long, or even trying to be beneficiary of a person's finances, or even trying to be the trying to be the brains behind a person. You get what I'm saying? It's like these men that quote unquote thought they were doing that type of thing, like, oh, I'm trying to be the brains behind you, or I'm trying to be the support behind you, or whatever the case is. But it's just like they did all that in a selfish way. You get what I'm saying? They did all that in a selfish ass way. Because like I said, that's another reason why it's like I heard that song. She said she feels safer over here. This where the shooters be. Ain't no paper over there, cause she barely eat. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like some men, they wonder why certain women like certain men. You get what I'm saying? Like certain men be wondering, like they be like, man, how how did he get her to be like crazy or wild or submissive, or you know what I'm saying, all these things naturally. You get what I'm saying? It's like, how are you naturally submissive to these type of person, or that type of person, or certain men, or certain things? But it be the principle, because guess what? While I'm with such and such, guess what? We gonna eat. While I'm with such and such, guess what? I'm gonna work, he gonna work, and we doing everything we need to do to survive, to keep lights on, to keep water on, keep food in the refrigerator, and our kids happy and shit. You get what I'm saying? And that be the type. That's the type that I like. I don't like that type that. But I don't like the type that got to get all their family, friends, everybody associated in the situation, but yet everybody stalking your mail. They stealing your mail, and then they getting their friends to talk about it, and then they going at work talking about, oh well, I had a surprise inspection, and then next thing you know, you got a surprise inspection 3 days later after they just was saying something about it at work, and it's like y'all think that somebody dumb or something, that y'all all are witches working together to destroy somebody else's life, because they want it easy. You get what I'm saying? They want to be able to make money, and they just want to be able to make money, drive nice cars, have nice houses, and have nice things while other people suffer. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, since 28 years old, and I only had YouTube, and I just began my YouTube channel, my love. I had $2,500 more to pay on that Lexus that I had bought in 2022. I only had $2,500 to pay on it. So you mean to tell me I only had a YouTube channel for what, maybe a month? I mean, not a month, but maybe what, 8, 9 months. Bought a nice car, planned on paying it off. But while I decided to pay the car off, the group of people that was watching, they destroyed my YouTube channel. They slowed my money down from 2,000. Because yes, I was making $2,000 a month. Yes, I was, and it wasn't no income tax money. It was YouTube. It was YouTube $2,000 every month. You get what I'm saying? Like me personally, income tax be way higher than, you know what I'm saying? Like income tax be way higher than $2,000. But I was just happy with the YouTube money that I was making, and which was $2,000. And I know for a fact that if those group of people, or whatever the fuck they was, If they would not have destroyed my channel, I would have been literally making maybe what, $3,000 to $4,000 a month. But it's like, then they wound up putting a restriction on my channel for 2 years. It's like, first of all, I didn't even know from what they say, people wasn't watching my YouTube channel. So if people wasn't watching my YouTube channel, how did my YouTube content get removed? That's how you know it was a bunch of games that those people was playing. But from what they said, though, like I said, on that same channel, literally, like I said, it's just so much evidence of what the group of people was doing. They was even, they be so cocky. The group of people that be in those comments, they be so cocky. They be in the comments talking shit. They'll be stalking your house, and they be like, "Oh, you almost at home. How you know I'm almost at home?" It's because your weird ass is stalking me. And it's kind of weird because it's like, why stalk somebody and then know somebody need help? You know what I'm saying? Why be a part of a group that's helping them stagnate somebody and ruin somebody's financial independency? That's why I said, if a man is trying to force himself to be with a woman, then he don't need to be with that woman, because what is he trying to force himself to be with somebody for? And then what be pissing me off about these certain men is like, the woman don't even be liking these men, and then these men be so hell bent on thinking that they know a person. They think they know a person, but somebody, like a group of men, tried to convince me one time that these certain people was gonna run off in my house and shit. But it was only people of a low vibe, because when I read my Bible, I read my Bible in the most highest vibe every single day. And I don't be sitting around here trying to manifest certain shit in the Bible to happen to certain people. Because it was this man, literally, I didn't know this man at all. And we just met each other. I mean, we could have had a good little connection, but actually, no, we couldn't have no good connection. The reason why is because he was a married man, and he was trying to say that, oh, I want somebody to be, available when I'm, not dealing with his wife pretty much. And it's kind of like, for one, I'm tired of y'all men even coming at me like I'm just a side motherfucking person. That's how you know it's a group effort. It is a group effort trying to make me either somebody's side bitch, or they're trying to, whoever this man is that want another woman so bad, it's kind of like they're trying to force that narrative on me. And it's like, if I said I don't like bitches, and if I said I don't like to share my motherfucking man, and if I said I don't like no married ass man, then that's what the fuck I said. You get what I'm saying? I don't like no nigga or no people who he's in an alliance with or in a group with or whatever. All these people are trying to convince me of, oh, well, oh, you got to move from a certain place. You got to move from this place, or you got to move from that place, or whatever. But the only reason why they're saying that and doing that is because they want you to be scared. Because guess what? If you're not scared of their ass, you're going to be sitting up there looking at them like they stupid as fuck. But then if they can convince you of some shit like, oh, well, you need to move because of such and such and such and such. Sometimes them motherfuckers be wanting you to move just so they can live in your house. Like, literally. That be the only thing. Sometimes them motherfuckers be wanting you to move, or they convince you to go move over yonder where your family ain't at. You get what I'm saying? They convince you to do those type of things. That's why people got to pay attention. Unless you married and, you know what I'm saying, unless you married and you got your kids and your husband is convincing you to, or suggesting, and I'm not going to say convincing, because a husband should convince anything. Because, hell, nobody should convince you of anything. Because my thing is this, if you convincing me, then it's like, why, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why convince me of something? Why convince me of something? Show me what it really is. Or hell, by me looking at what's going on in real life in real time, it's kind of like, okay, like when it comes down to what I know and what I believe and what I see is the truth. Because like I said, I don't wake up feeling any type of way for no reason unless somebody is directing energy towards me. And I kind of have a feel of what group of people was directing negative energy towards me. Yeah, no, and that's another thing too. I'm not, because I noticed one thing. If I was to be a part of a certain group, or if I was to be dealing with a certain man, then them people would have had my YouTube channel would have been up and running. But see, the thing is, it's the fact of they want, because somebody knows now. Because see, I feel like at first it was a man who's like a money hungry man. I feel like at first he didn't know it was a lot of money in YouTube until when I was on my other page, I fucked around and I said it, because the thing was, it's like I wanted everybody to, have an opportunity or a chance to make money. But it's kind of like I put other people on. I told other people to get on YouTube and things like that. The people that was watching me, celebrities, everything, was watching my other channel. But then next thing I know, all the celebrities and stuff like that, they started getting on YouTube and shit. Then my YouTube started, going downhill. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what's going on with my YouTube channel? Like, what's going on with my finances? Like, what's going on with all that shit? You get what I'm saying? And it's like they tried to, somebody, I don't know if they saw what I was doing and they liked what I was doing, and they could have thought, somebody in their group thought that they could do better than me. And I think that's exactly what it was. Somebody in that group thought they could do better than me, and it's kind of wild, because I wasn't even looking at anyone as competition. But when I noticed that, I'm like, okay, hold on. So y'all, this one right here be trying to copy everything I do and how I look. And then that one right there be stealing my lingo. That one right there, like, I started peeping all that shit about them bitches. But yet, everybody was sitting up here saying that 5-star Kiki Clarice, me and my daughter, was a karmic. They kept saying that about me and my fucking daughter. Like, how the fuck is me and my daughter coming when we minded our business? My daughter don't even know what the fuck I got going on. All I know is I'm on YouTube trying to pay for our life, pay for a better life. There's always a hater. But yeah, I understand that there's a hater, but my love, you got haters that hacking emails though. You got haters that'll sneak into your house when you gone. You got haters that'll shapeshift into maintenance men and shit, and then stalk you everywhere you go. Be like, oh, I want to date you, I want to date you, I want to date you, but you know everything else about me, nigga. You be using my address. You be knowing this man knew when I stayed in the projects. He probably can right now go point to you the exact project I stayed in when I stayed in the project. He know how many cars I had and everything, because let me tell you how he know. How he know what type of cars I had, what kind of cars I had. Not because I posted them, but because he told a lady that he wanted a lady to be me or replace me or whatever. So she started getting every type of car I had. She wound up getting a car. Like when they thought I wound up having a different, you'll bounce back. But hell, it's been too long right now. That's why I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I'm not being in a relationship with no man. I'm not sleeping around with no motherfucking body. I don't go to clubs. I don't even be on the face like that. And as far as on the face, it's like in people's face, at places, like just being the face of places and shit. Like I don't be on the face. You get what I'm saying? Like I be minding my own business. You get what I'm saying? Daily. And it's like these people making it hard for me to just be a content creator. Like even on TikTok, like I bullshit you not. It was a group of weird hoes and low vibrational jealous people all gathering up together to get my YouTube banned. I mean my TikTok banned. Like I'm talking about, my love, at one point I couldn't even be on TikTok for like 10 minutes without these group of people that watch me, and then they get me banned, and the next thing I know, I'm banned off TikTok. And then they wind up posting a picture of their kid, because I had a picture of my niece and my nephews in the video. You get what I'm saying? And then next thing I know, they had this other lady who was watching me. She was fat or whatever. She was fat. I guess she wound up getting one of her kids or something to sit in the video with her. And I'm like, these some evil ass people. I swear to God, they're evil. Them folks is evil as hell. And let me tell you why I just will not kiss their ass or none of that. Because guess what? Them group of niggas, they not going to be able to say, oh, well, 5-star Key, oh, she's a hoe, or she this, or they got to jump off pregnant. Because remember, that's what somebody was saying, because like I said, somebody was just going around creating mess and drama in people's lives, and they could have swore, they kept saying that, oh, it was you, Kiara, it was you, you was carrying up mess in people's lives. But it's like, how was I carrying up mess in people's lives when all I was doing was reading my cards on YouTube, the real way? Because let me tell you something, how I feel about it is, them other people, they don't get mad at what they say because they know they surface level. You get what I'm saying? They super duper surface level, and they're super superficial. Because you can tell when somebody is not in their own energy. You can tell when somebody else is driving the mind of other people. You can literally tell, because it's kind of like, if that person likes anything that you do, that person is going to try to place herself in your energy, or try to place herself in your shoes or in your category. You get what I'm saying? And then try to discredit you. Try to embody everything that you are as a person, and then try to turn around and discredit you and say that you're copying them, or you're mimicking them, or you're intimidating or enticing them, or your readings or whatever you say piss them off. But yet they can be online reading their cards all day long, and they don't feel that they're being judgmental. But yet when I say anything, these people feel like I'm judgmental. Even though I be praying for the people, I pray for the beginning and the end of the message. You get what I'm saying? Just so the energy is always clear and the energy is always good and light. They want you to follow them, but when you ask them to follow you back, they don't see you. But it's so wild because, my love, some of the people was probably following me beforehand anyway. And it's just like they wanted to discredit me because they thought they could do better than me. Because see, I knew from the beginning that I love God anyway, from the beginning, on my old page, in the dark. You know what I'm saying? In the dark, when I was going wild in my mind. You get what I'm saying? I recorded everything and I exposed everything. And the reason why is because I wanted to look back at, the growth of me. But see, that's why them low vibrational karmics and the false prophets and things, that's why they work together with those other people in places behind the scenes. They work together with them. And the reason why, like I said, is because they wanted me to say that they wanted me to play a certain role in life. And then it's kind of like all my content, everything that I created, my love, they wanted me to be something other than a spiritual person. They wanted me to be a hoe, or they wanted me to be this type of confused ass deranged person. Now, when it comes down to crazy, you got some people who think, okay, this one man crazy, he go around killing everybody, setting people up and doing all that weird ass shit. That's his crazy ass. You know what I'm saying? That's his crazy ass. There's more than one context to being crazy or something. You get what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers don't have to be just psychotic crazy all the time. Just motherfuckers just be thinking that. Like, that's the only concept of crazy that they have. Versus, okay, well, they keep fucking with you, they're gonna see why they call you that. You know what I'm saying? Or they keep fucking with your family, or they keep fucking with your kids or your husband, or the things that you love and the things that you support and you nurture and you grow. They're gonna see why they call you that. They think they be catching you off guard because you're nice. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of us are like that. I swear, a lot of us are nice people, and the only reason why we nice people is because we just what do all we want to do is be fucking happy, be happy and look nice. And and do what we want to do around this motherfucker. And honestly, that's because we can. You get what I'm saying? You honestly can work a job, get on YouTube, get on any type of platform that pays. You get what I'm saying? You can literally have, man, listen, the way I feel about it, it's like, since how YouTube trying to play me for all these 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years, damn near, it's kind of like, I need to have a contract with every motherfucking network that monetizes people. So therefore, I can have me a bag here, bag here. I know I won't be getting no taxes. I'll be having to pay taxes, but see, that's cool because if If I'm getting a bag from this end, that end, that end, that end, and that end, shit, bitch, I'ma always be in my robe. Bitch, y'all gonna see me with a y'all gonna see me with a notebook robe in a minute. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna always see me in my motherfucking robe. Because it's like, I understand the concept of these men. They just want to be in control of a woman financially. So if they sit up here putting magic on you or manipulation on you to say that, oh, you're mentally crazy or you're mentally slow, because sometimes that's what they be doing. They be putting mental magic on you to make you seem like you slow and shit. But it's like, nigga, I remember every business that I started. I remember every I don't remember every content from detail to detail on my other page, but I remember a lot of the details that I've said. Some of the most important things that I've said, a lot of people have taken. Because I've even said one day on my channel, because it was some about a Mexican woman. She was doing something. It was either she was Mexican or something like that. And she was doing something behind the scenes that she did not want nobody to know that she was partaking in. But I'm talking about on some wicked shit. But I said some shit like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a person that say they don't like that person. You know what I'm saying? But I was just joking because it was funny. I was like, oh yeah, that bitch gonna say that she don't like tacos. She gonna say she don't like nothing Mexican because of that Mexican lady, what she did to that boy or whatever, that black man. Because remember I said, well, this guy that I really, really like, he said that he was dating this Mexican or whatever, but he said he wound up getting set up. He said he wound up getting set up or whatever, and that shit, like, I kid you not, when men that I love or even just like, when they fuck around and tell me some shit like that, that shit be on my, my heart, mind, body, and soul. So it just be like, I be wanting to, like, see what the fuck that I can find out. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I wound up doing this reading one time, and that's the only time I ever did it. And I say this all the time because I'm not like the other. Um, so it's like I'm not like the other tarot readers, because you literally got tarot readers online right now, my love, that will pry into your business publicly. You get what I'm saying? They'll pry into your business publicly. They won't pray for you. They won't send you no good energy. You get what I'm saying? They won't do any of that shit. All they do is they get online and they put on your energy and they start talking about you publicly. And then half the time when they start talking about you publicly, they be incorrect. You get what I'm saying? And the only reason why they be incorrect is because they thinking that they know everything. You get what I'm saying? But anywho, so the guy, I wound up doing a reading. And like I said, that was my first and last time just doing it like that, because it was some tea. Like, it was some real, 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 real tea. That man, it was pretty much, so what he told me beforehand was that it was some type of shooting or something. And he felt real bad about the shit. Like, I kid you not, like, you know how when something happens and you just kind of don't know if you could even trust the person that you laying with, type shit. And that's kind of the energy that he told me after the shooting happened. You get what I'm saying? After the shooting happened, that's what he told me. I don't know why my voice be changing like that. But anyway, so yeah, I could just tell he felt some type of way. You get what I'm saying? I could tell he felt some type of way. So then, bam, then I wound up doing a little reading or whatever. But the reading was so detailed. It was so detailed that it was ridiculous. Like, it pretty much, the Mexican lady, her energy came out. The truck that they was in, all that shit came out. And then what else was it? Oh, he didn't believe that she knew the people that, had anything to do with his situation. Because I kid you not, it's also given, because he did say he was a rapper. So it's also giving like, who are these? Okay, first of all, who are these people? It's a group of people that be trying to harvest people's energy, and they be going around doing evil shit to people. And they go around doing evil shit to people because what is it, like they capture people or something? Are you feeling better today? I feel good every day. I'm not sick, and that's another thing too. Y'all gotta stop trying to project all that sickness and old shit on me. I'm not old like some of the people. Like the man Kenneth, he called me. Well, I talked to Kenneth the other day, and he was like, he kept asking me, "Am I okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." So, are y'all still trying to play what y'all did? What y'all did? What 3, 4 years ago? Are y'all still trying to play that same game? Because I'm not playing. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm dead serious. Like I'm not playing that game no more because he told me, and this is just the God honest truth. And that's another thing too. I don't like when he get the lying and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind being cool with him, but as far as him doing all that lying and shit, I don't like. So when I first met him, 3, 4 years ago, I was still staying in the projects, and I was sitting on my couch. He told me, he was like, "Oh my God, 5 star, 5 star, or whatever." And he was like, "Oh my God, I listened to you so much on YouTube and woo 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 woo." And I was kind of happy about what the fuck he was saying, but shit, but then he got to telling me about the tall girl. He was like, it's a dark skinned girl and then a light skinned girl. The tall one, she was taller than the other one. You get what I'm saying? But they were passing something back and forth, and they were in the dream state. I saw those two, the same two that he mentioned. That was passing something back and forth. It was white, like it was white, whatever it was. And then next thing I know, I guess it was energy. I guess it was energy that they took from a person, which is me. The energy that they took, the resources, the business, everything that I was supposed to be building. It's kind of like around that time when I met him, they took it from me energetically somehow. I don't know how they did the shit, but that's how I know they're witches and warlocks. But so he wound up telling me about. He was like, "Oh, it's a tall, skinny." He was like a tall, dark skinned girl, and then he said a light skinned girl. He was like, "They told me about you." He said, "They told me about you." He said, "They told me that you would be everything that I ever wanted in a woman, and I would be so happy with you, and da 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 da." He said, "They told me you are my soulmate." So then, bam. He had a star. He had a 5-point star on his neck. And like I said, I pray. I pray, I pray, I pray, I pray, I pray. And me and this man, we was on the phone talking. And I prayed beforehand because God answered me quick. I kid you not, God answered me quick. So I was praying and I asked God because, I'm not the type of person that like if I'm talking to somebody and I do like a person, then I like to get clarity from God if, this is the person I should continue talking to, or should I, get my, should I like leave him alone or go elsewhere type shit, right? Now I bullshit you not. Let me tell you what the fuck happened. So he went to the hospital and I forgot what was wrong with him. But he went to the hospital or whatever, and then he called me. Because we used to talk on the phone all the time. But he called me, and he was like, literally, after I prayed, he went to the hospital, and he called me. And he was like, the fucking Indian, because it was some type of Indian man, or Arab or some shit. And he was like, yeah, the Indian man, he tried to take my necklace off my neck. And literally, because that's what God showed me in a dream state. So that's how I know Kenneth was not the real one. He was never the one for me. He never was. And the reason why is because, like I said, in a dream state, because I saw it in black and white. It was like, I saw a 5-point star, the necklace that was on his neck, it came off in a dream state. So when I asked God, I said, "God, is that man for me?" God that 5 star that was on his necklace, it came off. So then he told me, literally, he told me a couple months, I mean, not a couple months, but literally, I'm going to say a couple hours after that, they tried to take my necklace off my neck. They tried to woo, 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 woo. I said, damn. And I was literally like, hold on, guys, is that like, that happened so fast. I asked God, I was like, are you sure? And I know God is not a man or an energy or a spirit that he should lie to any one of us. I'm from Mississippi, but I'm from Virginia, but I'm from Mississippi too. But yeah, so when I peeped that, I was like, wow. I was like, so they have been the group of people that have been sending me negative energy because they wanted me to fall victim to everything that they fell victim for. And me personally, that's sad. You get what I'm saying? That is sad as fuck. And the reason why is because it's like, oh, they said that's sad. That's funny. But anyway, no. But what's so wild is, like I said, I always know I get confirmation from God, but it's just me listening to my intuition. You get what I'm saying? Man, I bullshit you not. I still was talking to that man. I was still talking to that man after, I want to say for a while. You get what I'm saying? I was talking to that man for a while until I realized that, when I met you, my money went down. When I met you, all these things went down when it come down to my finances and my resources. And then not only that, he tried to convince me that I was sick. And then he also tried to convince me that I was old as fuck, like his ass. And my thing was, like, why are these bitch ass niggas or these, not, and I'm not saying he's a bitch ass nigga because I did like talking to him, like, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm saying, like, everybody else that was involved with, you know, them trying to harvest my energy. Why was everybody else trying to convince me that I was sick knowing damn well I wasn't sick? They trying to convince me and my child that me and my child have a sickness or something, and me and my child is not sick. You get what I'm saying? And then just recently on the phone, this is how I know that was confirmation again. You get what I'm saying? It was confirmation again because the motherfucker was sitting up here saying, oh, we all getting old around this motherfucker. Who? Nigga, you older than me. The fuck? Nigga, I can drop this ass and pick it right the fuck up now, later. You get what I'm saying? Like, now and later at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Knees good, bitch. I'm not in therapy. I don't need no goddamn chiropractor. Bitch, I know how to take a bath and get her some water when I feel some type of way. You get what I'm saying? I know how to get in a motherfucking jacuzzi tub, bitch. You get what I'm saying? Hear what you say. Period. I'm 33 years old. Them motherfuckers will sit up here trying to say that, oh, you old. I'm 28. When I'm 28, 29, I met the motherfucker. These motherfuckers talking about some, oh, you old and sick. And when I start, I just, you know, because I had to sit back and understand, like, what the fuck was going on. You really look 28. Yeah, that's when they, shit, I need to be motherfucking 28 because that's when they fucked up everything that I had going on. Shit. That's exactly when the motherfuckers fucked up everything I had going on. And let me tell you something. That's how you know. That's how you know they the devil too, them false prophets. Because they be like, oh, well, you can't get your time back. They be like, oh, well, when a motherfucker take your time from you, you can't get your time back because that's how they know that they know that's what they did to me. They know that's what they did to me. They took my time from me. And the reason why they took my time was because they know that it's a warlock or a witch that is sick in whatever group that they operate in. Whatever coven they got, it's a witch or a warlock that is sick in that motherfucker. And that's why they be trying to take kids' health. That's why they be trying to do that. Because I kid you not, my love. People, motherfuckers say I'm a witch all day long. And you know what? I wouldn't give a fat, flying, fart, fuganoogan. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't give a motherfuck. But the thing is, my thing is, when it come down to those type of evil ass witch bitches, I'm here to expose them hoes because them hoes make it hard for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Those evil ass witch bitches literally make it hard for everybody. Think about it. Like even when I think about my dad and just certain struggles and situations that my dad was in, and it could have only been because my dad liked it women, but my dad probably didn't know that some of them women was witches, and they was trying to like bind his finances or bind him to certain situations and things like that, and he's just moving around life not knowing because he a fucking man. He don't think like that. You get what I'm saying? Ain't nothing bigger than God, period. And that's the reason why I believe in God. Your farts are evil, just like your mama. Okay, hold on. Let me block you. Cause see, I'm finna go there. I was finna go there with you. But anyway, but yeah. So like I said though, it's like, and another thing too is I don't like to be sitting on the phone with no man all day long. You get what I'm saying? Like if you ain't in the energy of trying to really sit and chill and kick it with me, then I'm not the one to sit on the phone all day long. Because literally I used to be on the phone all day long with Kenneth ass, and literally I'm thinking that I'm thinking that oh, he's a cool person and woo 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 woo, right? Next thing I know, I'm talking about phone getting tapped, celebrities mimicking shit in my phone. They got these weird tarot readers online mimicking shit. Motherfuckers is stalking me in real life. And I'm just like, if all this shit is going on and some of them motherfuckers knew what the fuck was going on, why these motherfuckers just didn't sit and have a convo? Like, girl, you know them motherfuckers is stalking you. Them motherfuckers is trying to harvest your energy. They're doing this and they're doing that to you. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like literally when you a person and you mind your business and you don't be thinking like that, you be like, I hit him with that shit my dad used to say all the time. Like, that bullshit is for the birds. You get what I'm saying? Like, that bullshit is for the motherfucking birds. You get what I'm saying? No, if they got black magic, do they got white magic? You get what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit my dad would say. I was like, because I asked my dad when I first started getting into spirituality, I asked my dad, I said, have you ever heard of black magic before? And he just started laughing. He was like, he just started laughing. He was like, no. He said no. He said, shit, if they got black magic, then I know they got white magic. Is there such thing as white magic? Then we laughing about the shit. Because I ain't never heard, like around that time, I've never heard of white magic. I've only heard of black magic. You get what I'm saying? And then even when you think about black magic, that's how you know people be using that shit wrong, because it's all about, it's supposed to be protecting. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to protect you and your family, your finances and shit like that, versus, oh, they doing black magic on a person, or they doing black magic on a business or an entity. But yeah, like I said though, then when I met Kenneth, well, when I was talking to him, I kept asking him. I said, who was those? Who did I say? I remember when I met you, Kenneth, and I asked you, and it's 11:11 as I'm saying it. I said, I remember when I first met you, I asked you how did you meet me? Who did you meet me through or whatever? And I said, I remember you telling me about a light-skinned lady and a dark-skinned lady. I remember you clear as day telling me that shit. And then he was like, he tried to switch it up. No, no, no. He was like, no, I didn't he was like, no, I didn't say that and woo woo woo. But I'm like, yeah, he did say that. You get what I'm saying? He did say that shit, because I remember clear as day. Because I promise you, if he would have never said that, I would never remember. You get what I'm saying? I remember the important things. And that'd be another thing too. They be trying to convince me of, oh, you be forgetting. I write down too much shit to forget. You get what I'm saying? Especially if I feel like it's important for me to remember or for me to know, then guess what? I'm going to write it down. Or I'm going to put it in my notes, or I'm going to have a mental note of it, because if it's that important, then I'm telling you, I remember certain things. But but anyway, but yeah, so it's kind of like, okay, so it's kind of like somebody could have thought that I was just gonna let somebody just take everything from me. They literally thought that. They thought that I was gonna let them take the man that I actually love, my finances, my career, everything that I was building. They thought that I was just gonna let them take it and let somebody else be the face of my creation. What it do? What it do? Cause that's just what it was. I literally feel that way. They was literally trying to have so many people mimic me. And then what's so wild is they had this one big lady. She was trying to mimic my energy, but then literally talking about me. Like I'm like, how the fuck does that work? like, like how the fuck does that work, my love? Like how in the fuck you want to mimic my energy? You want to look like me and shit, but yet you want to talk about me though. You want to talk about me. You want to. I'm talking about, man. When I say half them hoes exposed, they health, business, all type of shit. I'm talking about them hoes be exposing that shit, and they be sitting back thinking, oh, I thought that was upside down. But and another thing too, like me and my sister was talking, and we was like, I was telling her about, about how I really am. You know what I'm saying? I told my sister about how I really am as far as, um, yeah, I told my sister about how I really am as far as like how I like to read my Bible and then how I still like to live my life. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't be wanting to, you know how they be like, oh, if you give your life to Christ or if you do this and do that, then that means that you have to cut out all worldly things. Man, let me tell you something. That's false. And the only reason why is because if if I love Jesus Christ, that don't mean I have to cut out every all worldly things. Because if that was the case, then that means I would have to give my car away. I would have to give my home away. I would have to stop working a job that was created in a worldly, I gotta quit a job that's created in the world. That like technically, if everybody was really being like straight followers of Jesus or whatever the case is, it's just kind of like even the internet, even the internet, certain pastors and preachers and ministers don't need to be on. If it was supposed to be like that, you get what I'm saying? But that's why it's like don't follow the ways of this world, because guess what? The ways of this world will teach you that you have to be perfect. The way of this world will try to show you that, oh, you're not good enough if you're not perfect. You get what I'm saying? Somebody that doesn't smoke or drink is quote unquote better than you. In the way this world thinks. You get what I'm saying? The way this world thinks is, oh, if that person smokes or doesn't smoke or drink, then they're better than you. Or if that person is, I don't know, like if they body weight and everything matches, then that means they're better than you. They're not obese, they're not overweight, they're not, all these and that type of thing. But it's just like, but that's how you know. Some people literally do not have their own thing to follow. They just feel like, okay, because they got more clout or more credibility, and the only reason why they only have more clout or more credibility is because they set it up that way. And then on my other channel, God's Plan, because that was the caption of my well, it was on the description box of my other channel. Because like I said, 5 Star Readings LLC, the only reason why I even put God's Plan in the description was because, I kid you not, I was nervous to talk on YouTube, like publicly to people. That's why I used to always be behind the scenes. I used to always be nervous to talk to people. I used to be, the comments used to always distract me. It was just a lot that I know I needed to grow from and that I needed to learn from. But for a group of people to literally just ban, block, and discredit everything that I was building and working towards, It's kind of like they tried to play it like I never worked towards anything. You get what I'm saying? That's what they tried to play it like. Even when it come down to my business license, 5 Star Readings LLC, I was at home looking for my my LLC papers or whatever when I had wound up paying for my shit. I wound up trying to go look for it. I didn't even see my LLCs that I paid for like a couple of years ago. You get what I'm saying? But it's just like, it's kind of like a group of people wanted me to not remember what I built. A lot of people wanted me to not, be comfortable with what I was growing in or how I was growing from situations. It's kind of like those people tried to force me to do something or grow in a certain way or a certain area. But it's kind of like, I started my business at 28. Hell, right now I'm 33. I bullshit you not. If them group of fuck niggas, if they would have left me the fuck alone, if they would have never bothered me, I guarantee you my business would be successful right now. I guarantee you everything would be going the way it should be going right now. If those group of people did not bother me. Because that's literally what the fuck they did. They bothered me and my child. And the reason why they bothered me and my child is because they had this weird ass bitch sitting up here trying to say that they had a weird whole talking about, oh, somebody, a kid is not your kid. But it's like, bitch, who want to take care of somebody else's kid that's not theirs? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Who wants to? Like, bitch, because I damn sure don't. I don't want to take care of no kids that ain't mine. But yeah, them people have been doing a lot of things, and they have been trying to get away with a lot. Hold on. I don't know what that energy is. Oh, that feels so much better. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. But yeah, long story short, because I did want to get up on here, like I said, create some type of content because I need to get in the algorithm. But yeah, somebody thought that you would have came back by now, and hell, it could even just be a mindset. You get what I'm saying? They don't even have to think that you could physically go back to a person, but somebody could have thought that by them playing mind games and manipulating situations and not being real and honest with you, they would have thought that you would have came back to a certain person, place, or thing. Period. But yeah, like I said though, it's kind of like your mind isn't on a certain person, place, or thing. or a certain subject or a certain outcome. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of just like, it's kind of like when it come down to a certain people, place, or thing, it's just kind of like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is at this point, because it's like people done already showed their true colors. People already showed how low they can go. You know what I'm saying? They done already showed. But the thing is, by sitting back and peeping what people got going on, like you be like, man, I knew that person was, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew that person was this, that, and the third. You get what I'm saying? Because I kid you not, that's all people do. They sit back online and they scout out people all day long. That's why certain people I wouldn't give my information to. Like, I kid you not, birthday, social security, I wouldn't even communicate with some of these motherfuckers. Like, I kid you not, because it's like, when you think about a real psychic, or when you think about a real intuitive, there's no need for us to sit around. Like, let me tell you why I stopped doing certain things. When it come down to 5-Star Readings LLC, because that was supposed to be like confidential. You get what I'm saying? It's supposed to be confidential. And when it come down to my spiritual therapy, all that was supposed to be, strictly healing. If it wasn't anything about healing, then it's kind of like, I wasn't really for it. Until, like I said, just years and years and years go by. My podcast haven't been seen anymore. YouTube channel got banned. They slowing all my numbers up on all my platforms, making it sure, it was hard for me to get a job and hard for me to do certain things. That's why I'm like, something ain't right, because it doesn't make, you know what I'm saying? It didn't make sense for me to, go from being financially stable to being financially fucked up for years. And then not only that, these certain men coming around. Like, why? For one, why is these men coming around? And then on top of that, it's a nigga that I cannot fucking stand, but he kind of be shape-shifted into those certain people. And it's kind of like, it's kind of like, for me to know, like, just literally, for me to know that I can do things on my own, and for me to know that I don't need no man to buy me any type of rings, I don't need no man to buy me any fucking thing. I know I can do this type of shit on my own, but see, the thing is, it's like they're trying to force me. You get what I'm saying? It's like they were trying to force me to be. And that's my whole situation. Like, I'm not forcing to be with nobody. You get what I'm saying? Like, a man follow me all around town, like, it's ridiculous. You get what I'm saying? Like, trying to set me up with the police, trying to get me put in jail. All that shit is ridiculous. I don't respect no man that do that type of shit. I don't respect it. And then some of these men really don't have no power at all. They be stalking and hacking phones and shit. Cause it's like a whole man. This one man. He knew where I lived at when I lived in the projects, and then when I lived in this house over here on the east side. And it's kind of like I know him and his people was messing with my mailbox. You get what I'm saying? And then I just know certain men. I just know who to talk to and who not to talk to. The reason how I know is because it's like these certain men be trying to be at a certain place at a certain time. Instead of them just being real and pulling up in cars and shit, these niggas don't even be trying to pull up in cars no more, because guess what? Because I don't have a car, so these niggas don't be trying to pull up in cars. Like, what the fuck makes these niggas think I have a low vibrational mindset like that, to be walking and riding a bike with another nigga, when I know damn well I know how to work a job, I know how to build a business, I know how to be successful without the help of anyone. Because the thing is, I don't want to be linking up with certain motherfuckers that just want to steal my business ideas and then turn around and snake me and then be like, oh, they came up with the shit. You get what I'm saying? Because half the time the stuff that I be seeing in people that's the type of energy that they operate in. It's kind of like, oh, well, versus you getting all the money that you deserve and that you worked hard for, you've been struggling for years, that everybody has been seeing because everybody has been helping you struggle. They've been helping you struggle. So with that being said, it's just kind of like I don't respect no nigga that helped me struggle. I don't respect no nigga that taking jobs from me. I don't respect it. You get what I'm saying? And then another thing too is certain people, they be using people so heavily. They use people to get to do their dirty work. Like I'm telling you, they be using motherfuckers. That's why I kid you not. You got a group of people that lie on your health. They'll lie about every fucking thing. They will lie about everything, and then try to get you to believe the shit. You get what I'm saying? But that's how you know when you working with a godly energy, and you gotta know when you working with the devil. Cause guess what? The devil don't believe in God because the devil thinks he's God. That's why the devil thought that he could replace God. You get what I'm saying? And just think about everybody that has been on YouTube or any other platform, period, that have embodied the godly energy. And think about the devils that don't embody the godly energy. They watch the gods and then they sit up here discredit the gods and they be like, oh, I got God with me, woo to woo. But it's just like all the devilish shit that you do, all the demonic shit that you do. It's like how could God really be with a person when in reality they've been trying to kill, plot, and plan on an innocent person? And then when I get up online, because I can feel the shit energetically when motherfuckers be doing shit. When they be stealing my mail, stealing my money, stealing my finances, just trying to just steal everything they can fucking steal. And trying to replace and change paperwork up and all that old weird ass shit. And it's like when I get up on this motherfucker wishing hoes death and shit because they keep fucking with a motherfucker. Then motherfuckers be like, well, I got that recorded. So you're not gonna be able to lie about that. Bitch, who be lying about anything anyway? You get what I'm saying? That be the part of them weird motherfuckers. They be setting up shit, they be doing shit to you, and then when you turn around and do shit publicly, they be like, oh, see, she threatened me or whatever. But then you stalking somebody in real life. You sending your family members and your friends and shit. You sending motherfuckers to stalk and harass a woman. Just because you can't get what the fuck you think that you deserve. Because my thing is, don't no man that blocked a woman's finances, don't no man that put a woman in fucked up situations to where you cannot provide for your child and things like that. They purposely put me in those type of situations. So with that being said, do you think any man deserves respect from me? Putting me in a situation where I can't provide for my child? Putting me in a situation to where they fuck my whole business up? Just because them motherfuckers didn't like me doing it because I don't kiss their ass? But yet, the people that kiss their ass, oh, they got 2 and 3 platforms, 2 and 3 pages. You get what I'm saying? The people that kiss their fucking ass. But the one person that don't kiss their ass can't have one successful source of income anywhere without them bitch ass motherfuckers knowing. You absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, my love. But I'm just saying, like, when sense makes sense, let's make it make sense. Because some of this shit that some of them people be saying don't make sense at all. When it makes sense, it makes sense. But when it doesn't, it just fucking doesn't. You get what I'm saying? And it's so wild because it's like people will sit around here and see the flaws in me. But when I start doing flaw shit on purpose, then that's when they start judging themselves. You get what I'm saying? Because, see, I got a strategy. See, motherfuckers be thinking that I'm dumb or they think I'm slow or something. But it's like, okay, I peeped this one. Okay, so since I peeped this one, now watch, my content finna change. And then watch, when I show y'all who these people really are, because, see, me personally, I don't have to tell you anything about a person. Now, I might say some things just to bring that bitch up out of motherfucker. Just to show y'all, like, y'all be sitting around here trying to say that, oh, y'all be trying to say that something wrong with me because, I'll get up on here and I'll read my Bible and then cuss a bitch out. Or I get up on here and read a Bible and smoke a blunt or something. You get what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will sit around here and say that, oh, Key, you can't be trusted because you reading the Bible, smoking a blunt. And then you pulling a bitch up out these people. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, well, why not respect the real? You get what I'm saying? Like, really, why not respect the real? Because when it comes down to religion, There's no religion higher than truth. You get what I'm saying? No matter if I do go to church every day and I read my Bible or I smoke a blunt or some shit, is that affecting your spiritual growth? Is that fucking with your mind by what the fuck I'm doing? You get what I'm saying? Because I really peep that shit. What I do bothers other motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? But the only reason why what I do bothers other motherfuckers is because they've been trying to harvest my energy and they've been trying to get people to mimic me and act like me. Just so they can be, just so it can be an easier replacement. And then that's another thing too. These bitch ass niggas, they be sitting up here saying I'm ungrateful. They'll say I'm ungrateful because I won't sit and settle for their bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Are you married? Hell no. Hell no, I'm not married. I wouldn't marry none of these niggas that believe in cause for one, I do believe in oneness, but I do believe that you have to be in a certain mind frame, in a mindset to embody that oneness type of energy. You get what I'm saying? That's another reason why when I get in the energy of oneness, motherfuckers ain't gonna know who I'm one with. So therefore, them motherfuckers that be sitting up here trying to mimic the energy and act like a certain person or whatever the case is, I understand you. Period. That's all. That's all. Shit. Cause that's literally how I feel. Everybody be feeling like, oh, we all connected. We all connected. No, the fuck we not. We not all connected. And the reason how we all not connected is because we all think differently. Period. Because look, let me tell you something. When it comes down to a mind link, just think about a chain, right? So if you're thinking about a chain, it can only link because it's the same type of thing. You get what I'm saying? It's the same type of material and they got the same type of purpose. You get what I'm saying? That chain then link to this other chain to help that other chain. You get what I'm saying? Because they all got the same purpose, so now it's all linking. You get what I'm saying? But yet, this motherfucker sitting up here trying to say, oh, we all connected. But yet, bitch, we think about our exes differently. You get what I'm saying? We all connected, but we all think about God differently. So we can't be connected because guess what? You right here trying to make me believe some shit that I'm not connecting to. You get what I'm saying? Like, and the reason I'm not connecting to some of the shit that a certain motherfuckers be saying is because it's not beneficial for me to link there. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not beneficial for me to link there because it's like, okay, like what's gonna hold our foundation? Okay, so us meeting each other talking about fucked up ass exes. So that's gonna be the foundation of our relationship is trauma bonding. You get what I'm saying? And fuck no, I don't want to trauma bond with nobody. That's another reason why when I was doing tarot and when I started changing my mind, when I started reading and doing certain things, it's just kind of like, it's like, yeah, I don't want to trauma bond with no motherfucker. And the reason why is because, hell, we trauma bond and then you get mad. You'll get mad when I start talking about my ex. Or I'll get mad when I start talking about your ex. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, it'll be weird when it come down to trauma bond. Because you got some people that do trauma bond with people, they still love their ex. That's why they can't get over the motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? That's why they just can't get over the ex or they can't get over certain situations. So it's just kind of like, oh, God. But anyway, it's like they can't get over certain situations. So with that being said, it's just kind of like they got to try to drag everybody they can in to try to make you look or feel or seem a certain way. And it's just sad because you got everybody that don't have their own mind that's connected to that mind link as far as, oh, well, we're going to talk about such and such being the op. We're going to talk about such and such stealing, lying, conning. We're going to talk about such and such cheating and being manipulative. You get what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about such and such being gay as well, too. You get what I'm saying? And that be my thing. We want to talk about one thing. Let's talk about it all. Talk about the gay shit. Talk about how much a motherfucker be using motherfuckers to get what they want done. And then let's talk about how much those other people be falling victim to that shit every single time. The profanity of the mouth as well. I know, but shit, like I said, I've been working on me since 28 years old with interruptions in the process. So with that being said, let me just grow. You get what I'm saying? Because I wanted to do it publicly with the people that have been supporting and watching me for the years. You get what I'm saying? I wanted to grow publicly. I didn't want to sit around here and grow silently and then still struggle and shit. No, I want motherfuckers to know this is a real struggle when you got real good energy and when you got people that want to replace your whole entire family. When you got people that they just want to be friends with your sister just because they know that's your sister. And they know y'all gonna wind up kicking it one day. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh man, y'all gonna wind up kicking it one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, only time will tell. But it's just kind of like, it's just kind of like motherfuckers that be doing so much shit just to be a part of your life. Whether they be your enemy or whether you have this same story to tell about a motherfucker. I don't know how the fuck I would say a motherfucker. But it's like the same story that you have to tell about a motherfucker. And it's just kind of like, you know, instead of trying to be a part of somebody else's life and a part of somebody else's story, how about build your own story and build your own life? You get what I'm saying? Because it's like people try to like literally try to place me in some type of category, some type of narrative. But it's just like, if 28, from 28, 29, them motherfuckers thought they had my mind gone, but they never did. They never had my mind gone, not one time. But I peep why they do that shit. They do that shit because they know they're insecure. They need to have you dumbfounded, or they need to have you dumb, slow, or they just need to have you out of it some type of way to the point where, oh, you'll marry that person, or you'll marry this person, or you'll let that person in, you'll let that person in. You're not thinking that, and this is how those warlocks be winning, because sometimes us women, we don't be thinking that, oh, he's switching energies, or he's switching this, or he's switching. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't be thinking like that when it comes down to certain people. That's why they be able to manipulate and get over on us. And that's why they was able to manipulate and get over on us for a long ass time. Because we don't be, you know, like literally, the only toxic thing I used to look at all the time was For My Man and Investigation Discovery and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Snapped and all that. So I used to watch all that. But as far as me just going around manifesting tragedy for other people, manifesting mayhem for other people, like, I don't do that. And I kid you not, that's why God keeps me protected. You get what I'm saying? That's why God keeps me protected, because since day one, my story never changed. Even if y'all go back to my other page, nobody can say that I ever mimic nobody. Nobody can say anything in a copycat and mimicking type of way about me. And the only reason why they cannot is because they literally had to ban my whole page. They had to ban it. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why is because I have too many jealous motherfuckers. My career path don't have to change. I don't have to change to be suitable for their world. You get what I'm saying? Like, when it come down to it, the world changes for certain things. Just think about when COVID came. Bitch, the world was here before COVID. The world had to change for COVID ass, and the world is still changed and behind COVID. So when it come down to things, the world changes for things and for people. Whether people want to realize it or not, oh, the world gonna stay the same with the whoop. Nah. The world changes every time. Like, when somebody put a new business out there, the world changes. When somebody gets married and when somebody has a kid, the world changes, whether people want to realize that shit or not. And that was the most greatest example I could have gave, was about the COVID shit. You get what I'm saying? The greatest example, because the world, like I said, still ain't the same since then. So it's just kind of like, why do I constantly have to, you know, it's kind of like, why do I constantly have to fit in a changing world? You get what I'm saying? The world changes just like we change every single day. Even when it comes down to like buildings and shit. Just think about Just think about the first original McDonald's building that was ever built. Do you not know how many times they remodeled that shit? But the only reason why they remodeled it is to fit the new world, or the world standards, or you get what I'm saying, to fit wherever they at now. You get what I'm saying, when it come down to business and mindset. Because every year they have a new product, or they have something limited coming out. You get what I'm saying? They be having shit coming out every time. Technology evolve, I give you that. Period. The world don't change. The energy in it be shifting. But it does change though. Because even when you think about Walmart and stuff, it changed. Like the world changed because of that. Because you literally have some people, like myself, I like to do things at nighttime. You get what I'm saying? Like literally, I like to get up and literally just do shit at night. I go shopping at night, go eat at night, me and my child. You know what I'm saying? Just do a lot of things at nighttime. And it's kind of like, when certain places and certain things close, you can't, like, hell, you can't go to Walmart no more at like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. You can't do that no more. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it kind of changed the routine in what me and my daughter had going on. Or like when you said shifting, it shifted the energy because, okay, so at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, now I got to either stay asleep or find something else to do. You get what I'm saying? Versus, me going to Walmart, or me doing this, or me doing that, and being out at night. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, things do change. And like I said, it's kind of like, even with the world changing, I know you heard of, because I kind of said this a long time ago. I said, you got this old man here that he's an old man, but he's stuck in his ways. It's kind of like he still think it's 1999, or the 70s, or the 60s. You get what I'm saying? He still think it's those times when because those people in the 60s, the 70s, they had a mindset. You get what I'm saying? And literally, the world evolved since then. You get what I'm saying? The world evolved since then. So it's kind of like certain things that was acceptable in the 70s and 80s that was just like basic shit. Somebody can like add some color to it, and they'd be like, wow, you done shifted my whole mindset of some shit just because you added a little bit of color. It's the same page, it's the same everything else. Hell, it's a bottle of water it's like a pink bottle of water. Damn, but hold on, is it water? Yes, it's water. Oh my god. You be like, damn, that's a pink bottle of water. I never seen no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you be trying to figure out like what the fuck is special about it. But it's just, times evolve. Shit change. Cause then back then, you know how they be like, oh, I remember the oranges used to come in this bag a long, long time ago back in the day. But now they come in, now they come in these different bags. You know what I'm saying? I wonder why they did away with the old bags. Maybe because the old bags wasn't holding the product anymore. You get what I'm saying? Maybe they went to a different farmer, or maybe they went to a different grower when it come down to the fruits and vegetables, and maybe the fruits were more so heavy than the original bag. You get what I'm saying? So the bag kept breaking. So with that being said, they had to get a bigger bag or a heftier bag. You get what I'm saying? To hold the apples, the oranges, and the fruits. Time do change. And like I said, I do know bags, everything. Even when it come down to shit, just everything. Just think about the first car. You know what I'm saying? Think about the first car that was made. Think about the first television that was made. Everything has evolved over the years. So if things have evolved over the years, like technology, beds, couches, picture, just even something small as a damn picture frame, my love. So why the fuck we not changing? You get what I'm saying? Why the fuck we all gotta, they saying it's witchcraft if you do that. They said that da if you do that. But then it's not even the witchcraft if you do that. It's the people that sit up here. It's the people that put that energy behind it. I want to contact you. Okay, you can. I think I did download another texting app on this phone because my phone is off. Like I said, I don't have no job and shit. My motherfucking phone off. So I had downloaded the texting app, but I don't even like to be up on the motherfucker. But anyway, But yeah, it's just like times change. You know, you can't. It's 2026. Somebody that has a 1970 or 1960 mindset, if they're not trying to evolve their mindset, then they're gonna be feeling like, I can't work this technology shit. What the fuck? This shit pissing me off. This motherfucker running slow. God damn it. You know, just cussing at the phone all day long. I can't work this motherfucking shit. Damn. I need to get one of my nieces or nephews to help me work this motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? And the only reason why is because, like I said, it's 2026. And I even notice when it come down to like technology and things, if I want to learn something, I just have to look at a tutorial, or I have to get advice from, somebody that's in the same type of field or energy, or have the same type of interest. Yeah, you can, you right, period. You know what? Do you want me to call you now while I'm live? You need to adapt, not change. When you start changing because of the world is dangerous. No, no, that's actually the most safest thing if you ask me. Because if you change with the world, let me tell you why. Okay, so it's kind of, and I'm glad you said Louisiana. Let me tell you something. It's kind of good to change with the world instead of thinking that it's dangerous. And the reason why is because guess what? You can go to Louisiana right now with a California tag. Guess what? The police officers in Louisiana ain't gonna too much be studying the nigga with the Louisiana tag. But you done came from Cali thinking that you a Louisiana nigga. You get what I'm saying? So if you're not gonna change with Louisiana's laws and shit, then guess what? You'll be an easier target because you're not trying to change. You done came from California to Louisiana with a California tag in Louisiana tripping and doing all that other shit. You gonna wind up getting caught up and fucked up beforehand if you don't change. So that's dangerous for you to not want to change. You get what I'm saying? Big facts, yes. And the only reason why I said that shit, my love, because I done experienced life. Boy, when I tell you I done experienced some shit that you wouldn't think that even made sense. You be like, man, because on God, I know a lot of people that do that. You get what I'm saying? They go from state to state and they be riding around doing, whatever the case is, and not understanding why they're getting pulled over. Or they're not understanding why, the police is on their radar trying to make sure they figure out where you live at, and they want to know your address and all that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not blending in with where you're at. You always gotta what's the word? That chameleon energy. It's like you always gotta be in that chameleon energy when you get around certain people, places, and things, because you want to blend in. You don't want to stand out. And I'm not saying it like that, but when it comes down to your creativity, of course you want to stand out. But when it comes down to like living in certain areas or being around certain people, you always want to blend in when it comes down to that. WhatsApp. Yeah, I don't have WhatsApp. I had WhatsApp one time. You must be a Capricorn all day. all day and all motherfucking night long. Why draw attention to yourself? What you mean? You talking about I knew it. Oh, period. Yeah, I like Capricorn. So I'm not gonna lie. I love Capricorn. I love Capricorn men. And I have a Capricorn girlfriend at one time. I never met a Capricorn lady. Oh yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And let me tell you something. I bullshit you not. I have met a Capricorn lady before. Her birthday was January 1st, but she was like, I'm talking about. It's something about. I know you know how they be saying Cancer and Pisces are like spiritual people, but I kid you not. It's literally something about Sagittarius and Capricorn when it come down to like being in tune. And I'm not saying every Sagittarius or every Capricorn. You get what I'm saying? I'm a Leo. And you know what? I've met some oh yeah, I saw this one person, he's a Leo, but he's very, very intuitive. And I like that. I like intuitive people. You get what I'm saying? Because shit, what's under that robe? Ass and titties. Ass and ass and titties. Since you want to know. Yeah, y'all at this point, like I don't know if some of y'all know me or not for real, but some questions y'all just don't need to ask me. Some questions you just don't need to ask me if you don't want the real answer. Because what do you want me to say? What's up under that robe? Oh, some brisket. Some brisket beach. Some watermelon. Some butter knives. You know what I'm saying? You funny as hell. I can't do no jumping jacks with this robe on. I got all this brisket and butter knives up under this motherfucker. Got all these brisket, butter knives, and apples and shit up under this motherfucker. Can't do no shit like that. I be dropping all my motherfucking tools on the ground. Dropping all my motherfucking tools and shit. If you do, I'll sub. I don't want no Subway right now. I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. I don't want Subway right now. But I'll take that offer later on this evening. No, like I know what you're talking about. I'm joking with you. I know what you're talking about. You talking about no? I'm talking about subscribes. But no, I like the other sub better. You know, I like the other one. Show your butter knives for 3 seconds. I'm not gonna show you my butter knife because I'm not gonna show you my butter knife because it's really not even my butter knife. It's a borrowed. It's a borrowed butter knife. Ooh shit! Hold on, this is some news.
Thank you for tuning in to The Reading, produced by Black Spectrum Network. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell button to
Oh,
get
this
the
was
latest
reading.
updates on this channel. One round from
Oh no, I thought this was some news because it said. Oh, okay. It says psychic reading. It says Memphis woman murdered cheating pastor and shoots wife. She murdered a cheating pastor and she shot his wife. Damn. See, that's why I said when I get me a man, he better know to keep his motherfucking ass at home. Carrying your ass over there with some other motherfuckers. Oh shit. I want some coffee. Can we get a fit check? At 7:20 in the morning on a snowy day. Yeah, yeah, chocolate. Yeah, you got damn right. Yeah, cause you know anyway they say you know what chocolate is actually good for your motherfucking ass because that shit chocolate is good for you. And motherfucker be sitting up here saying, "Oh, that shit gonna get you diabetes or some shit," but it's like, why the fuck would it? Why the fuck would it? It's supposed to be healthy. That's how you know all the healthy. That's how you know all the healthy shit they say bad for you. Not all chocolate is good. It's a, no. I'm agreeing with the no. I'm agreeing with the fat folks. Chocolate is good for you. And look, let me tell you something. I had my ex that motherfucker was country as fuck. My ex that was a country motherfucker. That motherfucker kept saying he used to say shit like that all the time. I'm like, man, I'm going by the fat folks house. Cause you know going by the fat folks house, you know you gonna eat. Shit, you know you gonna motherfucking eat at the fat folks house. And you gonna have somewhere to sleep. They don't even give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you smell, you like Queen Latifah. Okay, thank you, period. Yeah, mama, I'm going by the fat folks house today. People is funny as fuck, man. That shit is too funny. But country people is funny as hell, man. Country people is funny as hell. I love the country people. I love the country people, man. It's always something to laugh at. You know what I'm saying? It's literally always something to laugh at or laugh about. What happened to who? You know what? I love that old man. I love that old motherfucker. The one who be cooking that goddamn brisket. That's literally my favorite old man that's on the internet right now. It's like my favorite old man. But the only reason why he's my favorite because he be cooking my favorite shit. You know what I'm saying? He cooks my favorite shit. Oh, I like the other guy too. What's his name? I don't forgot his damn name. But he be doing the and then you know it's so wild because I looked at my old Snapchats and I first fucked around and I put a brisket on the grill. Not a brisket, but it was an oxtail. I put an oxtail on the grill when I stayed in the projects, and I was like, and I recorded a video. But this how I know that the demonic man was watching the fuck out of me because it literally seemed like I was successful that one motherfucking 1 year of me just minding my own business, and that be the thing. Like I was literally successful just by minding my own business and doing my own thing. And a motherfucker came through, and next thing I know, is something happened, and then next thing I know, I see this man all online about doing cause I was like in my video, I'm like, oh, I started some shit. I said, oh, I done started some shit about putting my brisket on the grill, not my brisket, but my oxtail on the grill. And the next thing I know, it was this one man all over the internet doing that shit. I said, what the fuck? I said, damn. But it's kind of weird because it's like the things that I be doing on a regular basis, motherfuckers be literally making businesses out of that shit. But that's kind of why it's sad, because in a way, it's like, in a way, I'm just living my own life, minding my own business. But then it's turn around and be like, damn, everybody else is like benefiting off of, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people is benefiting off of like me not getting any benefits, and that's the part that like blows me. Cause it's like, I know for a fact I'm successful. I know for a fact I'm a creative person. But for people to just try to keep me stranded and stagnant just because he want me to be with a certain person. Cause I remember that shit when I stayed in the projects. It was this man. And I don't even know if he's been the same person that has been watching me. Well, he gotta be. He gotta be. It's the light skinned man. He gotta be it literally has to be him that is watching me, and that has been watching me for a long ass time. Because when I stayed in the projects, he was like the maintenance man of the projects. But he wasn't a good maintenance man though. You know what I'm saying? He was not a good one at all. He was real sneaky. You get what I'm saying? He was real sneaky and real deceptive. That's why he wasn't a good maintenance man, especially when it come down to like a single woman home and he knows that shit. If he knows that that's a single woman home and she don't have no man or whatever, that was like a gateway for him to be evil as fuck. That was literally a gateway for him to be evil and a gateway for him to be wicked as hell. Because remember I told y'all when I stayed in the projects, it was those monitors. When I first moved in there, because he showed me, the guy Eric, he showed me the project before I moved in there, and I was like, okay, I like the project because it was big. Then then I wound up moving from Edmond to the project because, like I said, even me living in Edmond, my apartment in Edmond was smaller than the project in the the apartment in the projects. So bam, I wound up moving from one apartment to the projects, and then I didn't see the monitors in there, but it's like they knew that they knew that a single woman was coming to live there, right? So they wound up putting monitors on the walls in the project. And I'm pretty sure because I didn't pay attention to those monitors and shit at first. Because they literally could have had hidden cameras and everything in my project. But I know for a fact, because I was fucking with this one dude, he was a Virgo. He was a Virgo, and I fucked him in the projects. You get what I'm saying? On the couch. And oh no, I didn't. I think I sucked his dick on the couch. It was one of the two. But anyway, so I fucked him in the projects, and then next thing I know, I bullshit. It's kind of like, it was kind of like, you kind of tell like something was off. You get what I'm saying? Like you kind of tell something was off because it was like, I don't know. It was just weird. It was just weird because when people do have dark webs and things like that, they will place shit in your home, and you could be literally living in your home doing your own thing, and then you got a strange ass motherfucker that's watching your every time you leave your house. They know when you leave. Every time you come in, they know. You know what I'm saying? They be knowing certain shit, and the only reason why is because they kept those monitors in my house. They also kept the monitor. It was a monitor on like the back door or whatever. You know how those things where when you open up your back door or whatever, it makes a noise. But that noise was going towards somebody else's either phone or device or something. Like literally, every time I opened up my door and I peeked that thing was on my door, I was like, nobody gave me a little thing when I first moved here to see like these monitors and shit like that. Like nobody ever gave me nothing like a computer or a laptop or something to see who's watching that. You get what I'm saying? But I kid you not, somebody was definitely, they definitely did that shit. Because anytime you move into an apartment, and that's another thing nobody ever told me about when I moved to the projects, that's why I had to be more cautious and I had to pay more attention to what the fuck was going on. Because I bullshit you not, when I moved to the projects, like I said, before, when they showed me the apartment, it wasn't no monitoring things there. But then it was monitoring, like it was literally a monitoring thing in my living room. It pretty much was like probably like a hidden camera in my living room facing my whole, like the camera could see my whole entire living room, just the way it was placed in there. But then, like I said, I've had other apartments. So then when I started coming back to reality, I'm like, hold the fuck on. I'm like, hold the motherfucker on. Anytime you move into a house, apartment, or whatever, there's not supposed to be monitoring things on your in your corners. You get what I'm saying? Like in your corners and on your doors and shit like that. It's not supposed to be monitoring things or monitoring devices on your doors unless you purposely place them there. You get what I'm saying? No way. I'm telling you. I promise you, man, listen. Man, listen, if I'm lying, I'm flying, and y'all know I'm a heavy ass bitch. These niggas can't even pick me up for real. So you get what I'm saying? You know, damn well I ain't got no reason to lie about shit like that. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's just, and that's another thing, how people could feel like they have power over you. Did you take a picture of it? Man, this happened, yeah, as a matter of fact, yes, it's on my other YouTube channel. Yes, everything that I've been saying is on my other channel that they got removed. And that's another reason why they got my channel removed. Y'all will sit around here and think, can you sue? Hell yeah. I went to the police. Man, let me tell you something. I went to the police station. I went to the police station. I even took those monitors. I took those monitors off the wall, right? And I threw them outside in the projects. Now, I think I got online and somebody was like, take a picture of everything that they did or whatever the case is, right? So I bullshit you not. I went outside after I got online. That's how I know that nigga was watching me. So after and I cannot stand his ass. That nigga gets on my fucking nerves. He's the most wickedest nigga ever. I cannot stand him. I do not like him at all, period. I'm not even attracted to his ass, and it's kind of like, why he won't just leave me the fuck alone. But anyway, so bam, I went outside and I looked at the ground, and I bullshit you not, all the devices that I had wound up getting out of my home and I threw them outside, I bullshit you not, they was gone. And the reason why they was gone is because that bitch ass nigga knew that I knew it was him. Because he's the one that had a kid with a family member. He's the one been carrying up all this mess between family dynamics and shit like that because he want to be the center of the mess. And what kind of man, you get what I'm saying? When you think about that shit, like what kind of man does that just so he can be the center of mess because he want to get talked about? Because in reality, if he was minding his fucking business, nobody would be talking about his ass. He the one gotta place obstacles and do sneaky shit, and you know what I'm saying, he gotta do little weird shit like that because he want to be the center of the topic. He want to be the center of the conversation. Like, oh well, he got a kid with your sister, he got a kid with your family member, he broke up everybody in your neighborhood that was cool with you, fucking with you, he made them look at you in a fucked up way. You get what I'm saying? And that's his evil fucking ass, I'm telling you. And then they get mad when you start saying, well, I don't like what's the call. I'm calling his name out of shit. Oh, that bitch had the nerve. That bitch had the nerve to call me out. That bitch had the nerve to say this and that about me. Okay, well, why do you have the nerve to keep bothering somebody? Why do you have the nerve to keep fucking with somebody spiritually? Or why the fuck do you have the nerve to keep bothering somebody surreptitiously trying to get somebody killed and shit? And a motherfucker, I'm telling you, man, the nigga is weird. He's a weird ass dude. And I promise you, that's why I love God. You get what I'm saying? That's why I love God, because God represents truth. God represents, love. Love and truth. You get what I'm saying? Like, I kid you not. And I bullshit you not. That's why God loves us anyway. God loves us. That's why God tells us the truth. You get what I'm saying? Because if God didn't love us, he wouldn't tell us the truth. He wouldn't even have us You know, it's like, good morning, my love. Motherfuckers homosexual. You is funny. But yeah, God loves us because God tells us the truth. That's why God says, live in truth. Don't follow the ways of this world, because the ways of this world is wicked. Now, I know I might do some worldly things, but as far as my intention and my heart is always on God, always. Like, no matter what has been going on, these people was never able to tear me away from God. They was like never able to do that, and they'll never be able to do that. Oh, it's Sunday. And you know what? It was this one lady when I was working at the grocery store. This one lady, and see, this is what I respect about. See, this is what I respect about the one lady, because I don't know if some women know when it come down to certain women, how certain women can be defensive and things like that. Because you got some women that are like defensive and how can I say, cautious, and you got some women that know that. And it's kind of like this one lady, because my YouTube was, I was doing good on YouTube, and then this lady was like, she was like, girl, I didn't know. She was like, oh, I know you. She said something about 5-star readings. She was like, 5-star readings, 5-star key. I'm like, yeah. And she was like, and I started looking at her. I'm like, yeah. And then she was like, oh, it was something that you said on YouTube one day. She was like, I didn't understand what you was saying. She said, but you fucked around and said some shit. And she was like, that shit made so much sense. Like, maybe, I don't know if it was like years or weeks later or whatever. She was like, yeah, it made so much sense years or weeks later. And she was like, and I think she gave me a hug, because she was like, girl, you protected me from something. She was like, you protected me from something that I didn't pay no mind to. And that made me feel good. Like, no shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit made me feel good, because it was just like, you know, sometimes when we don't be paying attention, sometimes when we don't be paying attention, that's when the the adversary, the devil, is paying attention. Because like I said, only a devil is putting cameras and shit in your house, only because he wants to watch everything you do behind the scenes. And that, to me, that's weird. That's weird as fuck. Because I guarantee you right now, that nigga will be paranoid as a motherfucker. He'll think everybody putting cameras in his house, everybody watching him everywhere he go. He'll be paranoid. He's gonna be paranoid, because he's done that to several people. But anyway, my love. And then he also infiltrated folks' businesses, harvested folks, and just did a lot of weird shit to people. But like I said, though, when it comes down to real love and real guidance and things like that, you do not have to wait on anybody. You do not have to wait. And that's the problem. People wanting a certain individual or a certain group of people are wanting a certain people to wait for something. And it's like, why am I constantly waiting for something when everybody else is eating around me? Everybody else is being successful. Everybody else is able to maneuver and things like that. And y'all putting weight on me? No, that shit don't. That's why, like your video. Period. Thank you, my love. And I'm telling you, that's another reason why I tell people all the time, don't be sitting around your home waiting for no divine counterpart. Don't be sitting around waiting on any fucking thing. Because guess what? The time you sit around waiting, somebody else is congratulating somebody for something. Somebody else is achieving goals. Somebody else is getting married. Somebody else is having kids and all that type of thing. You get what I'm saying? That's why you don't never sit around and wait on anybody. Because guess what? That next pregnancy announcement could be yours. That next job promotion could be yours. That next, that next unexpected money or whatever could be yours. Or that next unexpected love or car or whatever the case is could be yours. But we can't sit around waiting on, oh, what a tarot reader said, oh, that's my soulmate, so I'm going to sit back and wait. What are you waiting for? Because literally, like I said, every day the world changes. Every day your mindset changes. Every day you learn something new. Like literally every day, that's literally how it's supposed to go. Because guess what? If you didn't know how to peel an orange, like, you didn't know how to peel an orange one time, somebody told you how to do that. You get what I'm saying? You didn't know how to peel a pineapple one time, and somebody told you how to do that. You didn't know how to ride a bike one time, and somebody told you how to do that. You didn't know how to tell the truth one time, and somebody told you how to do that. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like all these things in life, you know what I'm saying, we have to learn how to do, even like cleaning, cooking, communication. You get what I'm saying? Instead of trying to instead of trying to make a situation seem, oh, I ran into you accidentally at the store. But nah, you didn't run into me accidentally at the store. You already knew I worked there. Then when I stopped working at this one gas station, you knew that I was working at another one. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's just kind of like, instead of trying to make it seem real, like, things have to be real. Instead of, this motherfucker was stalking you around town. He been stalking, he been watching since the projects. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, this person thought that they had mind control over a situation, thought that you forgot, or thought that, you was mentally dumb or something, to the point where this person could trick you every single time, and it was the same fucking man that's tricking people. But anyway, but he don't trick the smart ones, though. He don't trick the smart ones for real like that. He only trick the dumb ones because he knows, like, he knows that certain women don't think to ask certain questions. But me personally, if any man make me feel any type of way, I'm going to always ask questions. And that's the thing, too. Always ask questions when it comes down to people that want you to be slow, and people that want to silence you. Because it's a reason why people want you to be slow. And it's a reason why people want you to be silent. You get what I'm saying? But it has to be a legitimate reason. Because if a motherfucker not telling me what they want me to be quiet for, then I'm not going to be quiet. You get what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just saying, like, everybody that has ever went through those type of situations, everybody that has experienced that type of thing, that's why I tell you certain things, so you can know the trick. You get what I'm saying? Because me, I'm not with, a lot of people getting tricked. I'm not a lot of people, I'm just not with a lot of people getting tricked, because I've gotten tricked and manipulated by these certain people. And it's like, I'm one of the ones that'll tell you the God honest truth. Because all they try to do is get you, they try to ruin your business and ruin certain things for you, but they try to put their energy off. They try to put your achievements on someone else. You get what I'm saying? But that's how you know some of those people don't deserve. Some people that do have, like, accolades and achievements and things like that, some of them people don't even deserve that shit. You get what I'm saying? Some people don't even deserve some of that shit at all. And the reason why is because they really don't have the heart for it, the intention for it, or the mind for it, or the drive for it. But anyway, see you later, my love. Y'all have a good one.